Hey there everyone, what's up? Daniel here and welcome to my reaction to Isekai Yakkyoku, or basically Parallel World Pharmacy. So, I don't remember much about this thing. I just remember that a friend of mine used to scanlate and not scanlate, translate the web novel out of pure fun only, out of hobby. But then it's been so long, I haven't had contact with them. I don't know how they're doing. I hope they're doing fine. And apparently this one got an anime. Something I did not expect, to be honest. And I just want to say it. All I remember is that Isekai Pharmacy, it's the HARMACIST. This is how you became a pharmacist without the H and more pain. so, so let's not dilly-dally anymore. Let's get right into the reaction. So here we are, reacting to the first episode of Isekai Yakkyoku Parallel World Pharmacy in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, here we go. Professor K. Yakutani. So much. He types fast. Man's eyes are dead. How they call those thing again in Japan? Those little bottle of energy drinks. I don't remember which brand it was, but they used to advertise it on Kamen Rider commercials. Oh, that's a problem with old times. Technology and knowledge wasn't there. Also, dude, get some sleep. Holy shit. He died? Yeah, he died. Your body couldn't take it anymore, huh? Yeah, his body gave up. Mm. Like lightning. People don't survive lightning strikes though. Like, that's a huge surge of voltic power right there. It's gonna fry your brain and everything, especially your heart. Like massive voltage will kill your heart, the nerves and everything. But this is fantasy fiction. Who's the voice actor for her? Yeah, Pharma. Pharma de Medicis. It means pharma of medicines. De is a Spanish word for off. So yeah, sounds like Aoi Yuki. Charlotte, yes. Lotte. Panactheas. So basically, Panakea, hey. A god of chaos and fear. The Medicis. Saint. Wait, let me. Saint Fleuve. So Flavin, okay. The Flavin, huh? Bruno de Medicis. they, they're weirded out. He must be a weird kid before. Even higher rank than the Duke. Imperial School of Pharmacy. I remember that the school basically has this Ace Attorney style of court. Wind and water are one of the most dangerous types because if you can freely manipulate wind, you can just pressurize anyone to death. If it's water, you know, He thinks like people are 70% water, so if you're good at manipulating water, you can shrivel them up like raisins. Mm-hmm. Molecular structure, so one oxygen, two hydrogen, basic water stuff. Yep, H2O, dihydrogen oxide. They say it right? Dihydrogen oxide. Because you don't use bi, you use di, like carbon dioxide. It's CO2. Kame kame. Ha! Yo. That sounds so wrong. That sounds so wrong. They're bewildered. Family. Definitely. Your father's a bit strict though. Father Mashonen. Jirai. Uh, powdered powdered bat wings. That's so shaman. Jesus Christ, that's so how do you call this again? Shamanic style. Is it just all of you aristocrats though? Hydrotheos. None. It's called null or void. I don't know if you guys notice. That's because I have noticed something. I have noticed this since the start. Oh, wait. Am I wrong? They are. They are showing shadows and you cannot see a single shadow of Palma. We have never seen his feet concentrated. Everyone seems like you can see their legs and shadows, but not his. I noticed that. Was it some kind of point in a novel? I don't remember. Oh, he doesn't have a shadow. Look at that frame. He doesn't have a shadow. Too much. Why do they have Mercury's staff? The double snake. And not Mercury, Asclepius. It broke. He doesn't have a shadow. A colorless capacitor. Mm. They hiding him again in the under the shade. He doesn't have a shadow. I see it. He doesn't have a shadow. He doesn't have a shadow. Yeah, yeah, he doesn't have the shadow. They're gonna trust it. Wait, yeah, he doesn't have a shadow. What the hell? Why are you so afraid? Why are you running? Why are you running? Why are you running? Ellen. And is that it? And that was it. Wow, this is such a whiplash because I used to read this. When was it? 2017 for the web novel. A good friend of mine used to translate the web novel for fun because he just that was during those times 2015, 16, 17. Everyone was translating a lot of stuff. It was the advent of translating uh how do you call it, how do you say this, shansha, shishi sha, I forget how they call this, cultivating martial arts novels. And yeah, he was translating Isekai Yakkyoku because the story is in line with his profession, which is a chemical engineer. Well, chemical engineer, yes, but you know, it's kind of yeah, a little bit of similarity in being a pharmacist. So let's make a recap up for a bit and talk about something else. Not something else, but something about the episode itself. So the episode we have Yakutani, um, Professor Yakutani, who's basically whose name is basically Yakutani. It sounds like Yakult. To be honest, this guy was in his office suite when up his word processor and just typing out a chemical formula for a potential medicine. Basically, his secretary perhaps introduced a guy from a private pharmaceutical company to do a collaborative medical joint research. And then, yeah, after they had their meeting, there were some talks about Yakutani being like that because his own little sister, when he was younger, died of a tumor that they weren't able to remove. And that basically became his motivation all of his life to become a pharmacist, to create a medicine that will cure illnesses. Basically, he wants to try to make a panacea. But you know, panacea is something of a mythical myth and mythical item. Yeah, so as he keeps doing his daily work, basically this guy doesn't get any rest. Like he uses the he uses this cultivating time, which is approximately 1 hour, as a way to have some rest. And his total rest was supposed to be 46 minutes, which is no, that's bad. And yeah, and as bad it was, it did kill him. That it really off him. So his body gave up. He died, and then he just woke up in the body of Falma de Medicis, which means Falma of Medicis, like basically German's Von. That's the Spanish equivalent, the DE thing. Yeah, he and then one thing I noticed about it is that this basically he wrote a time thing, and basically to remind him the cultivation time of his medicine and his right arm, and then it showed up as an inverted writing on his left arm, which he was able to remove by just rubbing it off like some kind of gunpla marker. And one thing I've also noticed is from the start, they kept omitting any scenes that will show us his shadow. And then I noticed that very early. And then when they do show his legs near the toes, I can see that there's nothing there. So I immediately noticed that. And I'm glad they addressed it really early, because it would be so it would piss me off. Like it would like something obvious and they're not gonna address it. So yeah, there's also Charlotte, who is basically his maid probably his personal maid, um, taking care of him. She was happy that he wakes up, basically uh, helps him with removing bandages after Falma got hit by a lightning strike, and you don't just live to a lightning strike. Like, the chances of you surviving that is kind of slim. And yeah, what's really interesting is the Lichtenberg figure, basically the burn mark from lightning. It basically became a tattoo in both of his arms. So that's interesting. And when Lotte saw it, she starts praying because she Panactheos. I remember Panactheos as a name. Okay, I'm back. I was on a toilet break. So yeah, where was I? Yeah, Lotte found the marks and Palmas hands and start praying to Panactheus, which is basically the god of medicine in that world. Much to the bewilderment of Falma, who thinks Panactheus is the god of chaos and fear. I don't know anything mythological that involves the name Panactheus. So yeah, there was that. Lotte basically like surprised that Falma doesn't know anything when in reality that's not Falma, that's Yakutani. And he doesn't know anything about the life of Falma, who to my guess basically died after that lightning strike. And yeah, Lotte took Falma and made a tour around the premise, the mansion of their household. Tell him that he's a son of Archduke whose father is basically the principal and the head teacher of the medical academy, and also the personal doctor of the royalty, the Archduke de Medicis. Just which I find funny, to be honest, because his name is Falma, and when you write it in Japanese, it becomes Faruma, and then de Medicis. And we have Medicis, and if you combine Pharma with Medicis, is Pharma Medicis. Basically, a pharma medicine, a pharma medician, which is funny. And there's also this thing that Lotte told Pharma that he should be able to use divine arts, which is basically equivalent to a noble's privilege rights to cast magic and whatnot, and commoner that don't have it because they're filthy peasant and plebeians. Much to his chagrin, yeah, Falma did cast a magic spell or divine arts, and Rudia's fashion shot it out from the window. And then there's the line from Lotte, which was very, very sus. Innocently said, but very sus. And also, after that, um, Lotte took Pharma in his own personal small library of sorts, to which Palma surprised that he can, or Palma or Yakutani in this case, that he can read and understand the books, the lettering, and everything. And then he was warned that his father, the Archduke, will just randomly question medical knowledge stuff. So then Palma was invited to dinner along with his family. Like, it's kind of strange because he feels like he's isolated and his father is very strict on him. But something that I don't, something that I'm not unfamiliar with, because I'm very familiar with that kind of life. So yeah, his father asked him how, of this particular stuff, how is it made, and then the way was the way it was described is like it's basically some kind of shamanic stuff, like prepare this ingredient, purify yourself, be clean and do this in this how they call this, in this time of the night, in full moon, she bangs, shabooms, echapalabalabaloons, those kind of stuff, basically. And then there's also this his tutor, Eleanor or Ellen, and she's adorable as fuck. Like, you don't always see the main heroine to be wearing glasses. It's all about like the classic trope of twin tails, tsundere, and everything. Well, Eleonora can be tsundere at times, I guess, based on her attitude. But it's kind of rare to have a heroine that is wearing reading glasses from the start. She should. So since Pharma is basically like acting strange, she interrogated him, and then when he just makes his excuse that his memories are all jumbled up, and she just took it literally. And that's also the instant that I noticed that Falma doesn't have his shadow. It just got revealed. Also, I don't. Yeah, there's still a thing about magic wands. He doesn't need a magic wand, but seems everybody else needs one. And then there's this spear of water. Ellen basically makes a giant squirt, while Palma makes a giant ejaculation. It's funny. There's also this thing about after Ellen measured his power, it said it's colorless. So basically, he can do whatever because it's colorless. It means it can be dyed to any color. So that's one way to look at it. But he also got the positive and negative things about it too. Like, which makes Ellen freak out because you're basically a monster now. And then after that, she broke her glass. Falma just had to lead her by the hand, and then they rest on the bench. And then to which Falma teaches her about the squinting eyes thingy. Which I don't think works. That's kind of bullshit to my eyes. I don't know. Tell me if you know about it. If it works for you or not. And then through that, he discovered something else. Like he got his Sharingan activated through this, or Shingan, as they say it, because no, divine eyes. Shin means godly, divine. Gan means eyes. And then yeah, through that, he basically has these eyes that makes him able to diagnose the problems of a patient. And then this freaks Ellen more. Then she just backs off and then notices that yeah, Falma doesn't have any kind of shadow. He's basically a vampire. To which we get the meme, why are you running? Why are you running? Why are you running? And that's how we ended the episode. I'm excited. I'm excited to watch more of this anime. So yeah, see you next time, guys. Peace.